Face it, everybody wants a Scotty Cameron limited edition. Is the Xperimental GOLO 6.2 limited the right putter for you? I'm Matt. This is the Bogey Depot, a show for golf addicts. On September 22nd of 2024, the Xperimental GOLO 6.2 limited, they went from black Scotty Camerons to gold Scotty Camerons. And they also added one major feature that no other putter in the Scotty Cameron lineup has. So what are the specs of this putter? Well, it came in 33 to 35 inches. It has a 303 stainless steel with a 6021 aluminum sole plate. So basically what that means is it's made of stainless steel. It's milled out of a solid block of stainless steel. They mill up under the sole of the putter and mill that out. And then they place an aluminum sole plate underneath so you can't see the hidden cavity, and it sits nice on the ground and just looks a little bit better. It also has an I-beam neck that is hiding one major feature. Something else that sets the Scotty Cameron apart is the chromatic bronze finish. Scotty calls it a proprietary manufacturing process that develops a rich golden hue. It is a really good looking Scotty Cameron. The color is unique. It's not as gold as they kind of make it seem. It's not as gold as it looks like when you see it on the pictures. It's a really pretty color. It kind of reminds me of one of those tarnished old brass ping answer 2 putters. It also has a different face milling. It has chain link face milling that Scotty says is supposed to have the softness of deep milled putters with the consistency and feedback of mid-milled offerings. So what does that mean? So if you have a newer Scotty Cameron, if you have one of the 2023s or 2024s, you'll notice that the face milling is very deep on those putters. And that creates a very soft feel off the face. Some people really like that and some don't. It's the first Scotty that I've had that has it's just really soft feeling. It almost feels like if you've ever hit a Callaway Super Soft, and then you've hit something like a Pro V1 or something else after that, how soft the Callaway Super Soft is. That's kind of how the ball feels coming off the face of these last few iterations of Scotty Cameron. And this putter is significantly different than that. So what you'll notice right away is the chain link milling is very unlike any other Scotty Cameron face milling you've seen. It has a medium milling underneath and then this chain link milling. And what it does is it provides a lot different feedback than other Scotty Camerons. I have a Phantom 5.5 and it has that deep milling, and it kind of comes across with a smaller milling that kind of knocks the tops off of the deep milling. And it provides this really soft feel, like I stated earlier. And this is a lot different than that. It's a lot quieter off the face. It's a little more of a muted sound and feeling, but in a good way. It actually has more feel than my Phantom 5.5 face does. And it has a little less clicky. Actually, it's a good bit less clicky than some of the older Newport Selects that I have. So this face really is interesting and is a really neat feel. Scotty also has what they're calling the full contact grip. And this came out on the mallets this year, the Phantom mallets, and it was all black with a little bit of white in it. And as you can see, it actually came out earlier this year with this chain link pattern on it that's very similar. Actually, not very similar. It's almost identical to what's on the face. And this grip's really interesting. It's supposed to provide more contact for your hands when holding the grip. And one thing I will say that it does is it really does that. If you hold a conventional grip with an overlapped pinky finger, I feel like this really locks into my hand really well. And one thing that I notice is with my right hand is I always feel like I want to creep over the grip with a normal putter grip or a Pistolero or Pistolini. But in this, it really feels locked in, and I feel like I'm not searching for a spot for my thumb to be, or I'm not searching for a spot for my finger to be. I feel in really good contact with this grip. Another thing that the Scotty Cameron full contact grip has is it's 82 grams. And that's 82 grams that Scotty believes for a 350 gram head, which is what the 34-inch head is. He believes that's the perfect weight for a putter grip. And there's a lot of putter grips out there that are lighter, and there's a lot of putter grips out that are heavier. And we had a video last week talking about that. It can really make a difference. The weight of the putter grip can make a difference, but I really think what changes this putter grip versus all other putter grips is the shape. You know, it's half paddle grip, half pistol grip. It's really a unique design. It's definitely on the thinner side. It may take a while to get used to if you're used to something that has a little more width and depth to it than this kind of putter. It's very much so like those ping putter grips. Let's talk about something that I don't like. So let's look at this putter head cover. One thing I do like is I think it's gorgeous. With the GOLO written across it, the color matches very well with the putter color. As you can see, it's almost a dead ringer of a match. Looks really cool together. But one thing that Scotty Cameron does that drives me absolutely insane is Velcro. Can you hear that? That just sounds horrible. And I hate that feeling. And also another thing that Scotties have, the inside of the Scotty Cameron putter covers are almost feel like wool. I know they're not. I'm sure it's some kind of acrylic, but I'm just not a big fan of it. I'm a big fan of the looks, not a big fan of the Velcro, not a big fan of the inside. So what I did was I'm a swag putter cover guy. I bought a swag putter cover, and this is a blade cover. And I wasn't sure if it was going to fit in or not. I love the color pattern. It kind of gave me a little bit of the vibes of, you know, the GOLO putter with the black and the gold. And I have a white bag that I use sometimes. So I thought this was really cool looking. And what I did is I wanted to see if it would fit in. And I'll give you guys a glimpse here. The first couple of times I put it in, it was a little hard. As you can see, it's still not the easiest thing, but it fits in there really well. I have no issues with it. The fact that this swag putter cover is not Velcro is what makes it seal the deal for me. I just can't get away from the fact that Scotty Cameron uses Velcro putter covers. It is just so agitating. This nice click that sounds so good and so satisfying, and this just horrible sound that the Scotty Cameron makes. So what is this one feature that this putter has that no other Scotty Cameron has? Well, this Scotty Cameron has a hosel neck. And you say, wait, other Scotty Camerons have a hosel neck. They do, that are blades, but no mallets or mid mallets have a hosel neck. You can go back and check out some recent footage of Jordan Spieth, tour only edition. I guess it's probably a 5.2 is what they're calling it, since they call this a 6.2. And also Justin Thomas has recently tried out a plumber's neck version of the Phantom 5. And as you can see, this is very unique. It has the hollowed out I-beam. It has limited on the back. So some people may be asking, what's the toe hang of this putter? And ironically, the toe hang is really not that far. I would say 20 degrees max. I know Scotty said it's supposed to feel like a Newport. I don't know that it necessarily feels like a Newport. I don't think it shuts the face quite as much as a Newport does, but it feels like, to me, it shuts the face more than a slant neck. And it really just gets through the ball well. I have no complaints. In fact, not only do I have no complaints, I absolutely love it. So let's talk about some other things. This being a mid-mallet putter, it has a lot of forgiveness. I putted a while with the Newport 2 that I own, and the Newport 2 feels great, and I have a lot of control on shorter putts, but man, the forgiveness is just terrible. You hit anything off the toe or the heel and it goes nowhere, and this really has a lot of forgiveness. I would say it's very comparable to my Phantom 5.5 as far as forgiveness, maybe actually even a little bit more on the toe and heel hits. I feel like this may be a little bit more forgiving. Some interesting things about this putter is the back phalange is not completely symmetrical. You can see the toe side sticks out a little bit further, and the heel side back here is cut away a little bit more. And I thought that would bother me a little bit, not being symmetrical, but I don't notice it at all. Another thing to look at is this space is not the space of a golf ball. And in a lot of putters, that space is cut out more for a golf ball. And in this, it's hollowed out wider and it pushes the weight more to the outside of the putter and makes it more stable. The weight in the back of this putter allows it to have a higher MOI, which gets the ball rolling a little bit faster. And like I stated earlier, this long alignment line really helps you line putts up well. That coupled with this beautifully thinned face area really makes lining up putts extremely easy on this GOLO 6.2. So what are the pros and cons of this putter? Well, first the pros. It's a looker. I mean, this putter is a looker. If you don't like the looks of this putter, I'm really not positive what's wrong with you. You may not love the shape, but the color and the gold and the black really makes this putter really spectacular looking. Another pro is it's really easy to line up. I find that long alignment line on the flange and the narrow face really make this putter super easy to line up. Another pro is the stability. I'm shocked at how stable it is off toe and heel mishits. It's really a stable putter. I had absolutely no issues with getting balls to the hole on balls that I toe or heeled. I'm very, very excited about the fact that this is just such a forgiving putter. Another pro that I have is the quality. It's a Scotty Cameron. It's made great. All of the welding on it, the fit and finish. It's just a great looking and feeling putter, and it just oozes quality. And the last thing that I would call a pro is the feel. And I know that's personal choice. And you Scotty Cameron lovers out there are going to get this putter and you're going to putt with it and you're going to go, what is this? Because that's kind of what I did the first time I hit a putt. I wasn't sure that I loved the feel at the beginning just because it was so different than the other Scotty Camerons that I own. But after putting with it for a few rounds, I absolutely loved the feel. I wish the sound was a little bit louder. This sounds a little more muted, but I feel like you get a lot of feel with it. Very happy with the feel of this putter and think it's a step above the Phantom series from 2024. So what are the cons? Well, the cons of this putter is an $800 putter. That's ridiculous. That's an obscene amount of money. I had some shop credit and didn't have to pay anywhere near that, thank goodness. But that's an obscene amount of money for a putter. $800 for a putter is ridiculous. The other thing is there's no real options. Now, it looked like on the Titleist or Scotty Cameron website, you were going to be able to send these in and get them customized. But besides the fact that you're getting 33, 34, or 35 inches, there's nothing else you can do. You can't get it in this color and this milling on the face in a slant neck or a double bend or anything like that. You're getting this putter and you get to pick the shaft length, 33, 34, or 35, and they slightly change the weights inside of on the bottom of the putter, depending on the length of the shaft to get the swing weight correct. And the last con is you gotta like gold. And again, I don't know it's much gold as more kind of an antique bronzy finish, but if you don't like that, you're not going to like this putter. Do I recommend this putter? Yes and no. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money to spend on a putter. Think of all of the things you could buy for your golf bag instead of this putter. It's a lot of money. But one thing that keeps me from saying no in general is there's nothing like it. Somebody like me who wants a mallet plumber's neck Scotty Cameron, this is the only option you can get. And I'm glad I bought it because just for that reason, I roll the ball so well. My first day out putting, I struggled the first 3 or 4 holes with distance, but after that, I was really rolling the ball well. Toe shots and heel shots, I didn't even really notice. They're going the right distance. I made a lot of 8, 10, and 12 footers. I was very happy with my first couple rounds with the Scotty Cameron. And I think that's what makes me recommend saying yes, is just because it's the only option you have for a plumber's neck mallet Scotty Cameron putter. So do me a favor and below comment if you think this is an ugly putter or a good looking putter. I'm a huge fan of it. It did take me a couple minutes to get over the fact that it is not perfectly symmetrical, but after that initial look, I didn't even notice. So thanks for watching. Subscribe below for some more golf related content. I'm Matt. This is the Bogey Depot. Thanks for tuning in and hit 'em straight.